This is one of those ChatGPT plugins that feels like, oh my gosh, does no one else know about this? This one's good. So, welcome to another edition of Everyday AI's 12 Days of Plugins. So, if you're new here, let me tell you real quick what this is. So, my name's Jordan Wilson. I'm the host of Everyday AI. We're a daily live stream podcast and free daily newsletter helping everyday people learn what's going on in the world of Gen AI and how to all actually leverage it, right? That's the hard part. So, we're doing a different plugin every single day leading up to the holidays, 12 Days of Plugins. And today's is one of our favorites, actually. So, let's talk real quick about what it is. So it's called Speechki. And we like to do all of these things live whenever possible. So let's go ahead and try this one live. And then I'll explain what we're doing on the back end. So I am putting in a prompt. All right. And I'm going to explain what's going on in this prompt in the end when hopefully it's done, right? But you'll see it's working live. Well, it's trying to work live. So let's go ahead. It's using the wrong plugin. ChatGPT is a little finicky right now. They just opened access to upgrade to ChatGPT Plus after having it down for a couple of weeks. So their servers are obviously getting slammed. So it's a little finicky right now. So all right, now it's working the correct way. So here's ultimately what we're doing in this plugin with this plugin called Speechki, right? So I talked about Gemini the other day, and there's this really long paper on Gemini. So we are going to be using ChatGPT, actually two different plugins, but Speechki is the main one here, to essentially summarize this very long PDF and turn it into a much better way to learn, something fun and engaging by using text to speech all in one prompt, hopefully live. All right, so let's talk a little bit more about what Speechki actually is. Okay, so Speechki is, among other things, but it's really a ChatGPT plugin. You can use it without ChatGPT, of course, but I think that's where its kind of unique features is that you can use it within ChatGPT and turn essentially anything into text-to-speech with actually pretty good sounding voices, right? So you can go and we'll leave the link and you can read a little bit more about it. But the great thing is the voices are very lifelike. There's some customization that you can do when listening to it. There's multilingual support, all of these different things. So let's go ahead and look on the back end. So essentially, there's all of these different voices that you can choose from. And the great thing is, obviously, if you've used anything like 11 Labs, Well Said Labs, it's kind of similar, not as feature rich as some of those, but I think Speechki for what it is, especially, it's the only big player I think out there that has a fantastic text to speech plugin within ChatGPT. It's definitely worth looking at. So you can preview these voices and hopefully you'll be able to hear them. All right, so you can go through and you can preview, see how they sound. I actually grabbed this one here, Michelle Goldman from the US. Let's listen. All right, so if you want to use that, all you're going to do is copy that, and that's going to copy essentially the voice ID. All right, so let's hit rewind here as we check on our yeah, as I thought it might, it is timing out, but we're doing this live, right? Every day I think is the realest thing in artificial intelligence. When things break, they break, and we tell you. So all right, hopefully that one works. If not, I do have a backup ready to go. But let's look a little bit in what this plugin can actually do, right? So we're starting at the end. We're trying to do this all live so you can see it. But here are some of the features and capabilities of this plugin. And again, you do need to have that ChatGPT Plus account to use plugins, and then you need to enable the plugin. So if you don't know how to do that, you're just going to go down, click the plugins, go to the plugin store. You're going to type in Speechki, hit enter, and then you're going to click on the install. And you do need a Speechki account. There are some free options as well. I have a paid plan just because I think it's great and use it a lot. So once you do that, enable, you can use Speechki. So what I always like doing and what I encourage people to do is just go inside ChatGPT and say, hey, what is this plugin? And give me some practical business use cases. So you can see it says here, the Speechki plugin offers advanced text-to-speech services, transforming written text into high-quality audio files. Here's capabilities. So, right, high quality audio, variety of voices, multiple language accents, customization options, right? But here's where it's good. Just ask ChatGPT, say, give me business use cases for this plugin, right? So Training and e-learning, that's good. Customer support and service, marketing and advertising, accessibility enhancements, and internal communications. Great use cases, right? So let's go and check back in on our live one, our live generation. All right, so it looks like it's working. That's great. So let me explain exactly what I did in this prompt so you know. So what I did is I have other plugins enabled. And this is why. Well, because when I wanted to access this specific PDF, right? So we talked about if you wanted to learn something faster, learn it in a different way. Maybe you're like me. I like to listen to things to hear them. I like to also listen and see things on screen, actually. So I can read this, but I can also convert this into text to speech like I just showed you. But the way I'm doing that is because by default, ChatGPT cannot access a PDF link like that. So I have the web reader plugin, which was our first plugin on the 12 days of plugin review. I have that enabled, and I'm telling ChatGPT using the web reader plugin, please carefully analyze this PDF and respond with a high level overview of what's happening, what it means, and how it impacts people. Here is the link. So using the web reader plugin, it is analyzing that PDF. And in the same prompt, I said, please use the Speechki plugin to turn the summary into audio using, and then here is exactly what happens when I click the copy button right here. It copies that, and then I paste it in, and you'll see it goes to work here. So it's now hopefully successfully said it used the web reader plugin. It's went through, it did it all, and great, it is here. So click here to listen to it. All right, so it's loading. So let's give that one just a second. All right, so one other thing that I wanted to point out is the ability to stack different plugins, right? Because a lot of times people don't know that you can do that. So we teach plugin packs, which I think is fantastic, but you can choose up to 3 different plugins and have them active at any time. So that's where I think the real good business use case comes out of this Speechki plugin, is being able to analyze quickly, analyze and summarize in an audio format, different things that you may want to learn. So it can really expedite your learning, make it much easier, faster, and more user-friendly a lot of times to learn something in a quick way. And you can also, which is good, obviously, instruct ChatGPT how you like to learn, right? So you can make it kind of fun, or you can say, hey, explain this to an 8th grader, or, make sure to use analogies and metaphors to help me understand it better. That's another thing that you can do. So then when you listen to your audio file, ultimately, it is a little friendlier in how you like it. So let's jump back in and we'll see if this one's done. All right, I had a couple windows open. Let's see which one it is. I think it might be this one. All right, so here we go. We have let me just double check it wasn't this one. All right. It was the same one. So regardless, it's done. So let's go ahead. Let's click play. Let's turn it up, and let's hopefully you can hear it and we can kind of see this interface a little bit inside of Speechki. All right, pretty cool. So it's summarizing and it's reading it to me, right? So a couple other things you can do, you can download it. So I'm downloading it and I'm going to share this audio file in the description of this video just so you have it. But also you can, here's the volume controls. But the thing that I obviously like is being able to listen to it faster. I cannot listen to anything in 1x. And I would not blame you if you're listening to this on 1.5x. But I can go here. I can crank this up to 2x. Let's listen. Awesome, right? I love this. This is such a great plugin to expedite your learning, make it more personalized for you. So I hope this was helpful. Thanks for sticking around for the technical issues, right? But we always like to do this live. We like to show you exactly how it is, not fancy editing, bells and whistles, right? So if this was helpful, please subscribe to this channel, but please also go to youreverydayai.com, sign up for that free daily newsletter, and hey, read it. It's awesome. There's no better way, I think, to learn and leverage generative AI. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you back for another 12 days of plugins with Everyday AI. Thanks, y'all.